In Clemson, South Carolina, every day is a great day for football. Orange is the primary color. The Tigers' roar is never too loud, and rubbing Howard's Rock is a tradition like none other. Looking toward another great football season, Clemson football spring game is next on ESPN3. You're watching the ACC on ESPN, and what a beautiful day for spring football. In Clemson, South Carolina, Memorial Stadium, the faithful are on hand for the white versus the orange, the Clemson spring football game. Hello again, everybody. Along with Charles Arbuckle, I'm Dave Lamont. And Charles, the locals here always have high expectations. There's certainly no reason to not be excited about Clemson football this year, particularly coming off the win over LSU and coming into this season with an explosive offense.
Well, they can score at will, score fast, and they want to do more of that. They want to improve the offensive line, but the one guy they have that can really make this offense click is Taj Boyd. He has a great ability to get the ball down the field with his arm. 36 touchdowns last year. He makes some nice throws, not only to the tight end, the running backs, but also Sammy Watkins down the field. The key for this offense is that they lost DeAndre Hopkins, but he can run the football effectively and find Sammy Watkins down the 9-man position. This offense is not only going to be faster, much more tempo.
And you mentioned Sammy Watkins. As a freshman 2 seasons ago, people were talking about him as a Heisman candidate.
I thought he was going to come out after that. If he could, he would have. Outstanding ability, not only in the passing game, but return game as well. And he'll beat you on reverses. He is so versatile. We'll see that today.
This team might be in the top 10 in preseason. We're going to show you the orange and white spring battle on a gorgeous day as Taj Boyd leads that's a special purple jersey so nobody tackles him. The orange and the white game is next. And there it is, the tradition, the most exciting 25 seconds in sports, they call it here at Clemson, of rubbing Howard's Rock as the players run down the hill and get on the field. And there's head coach Dabo Swinney. Back-to-back 10-game winning seasons for the Tigers. Lots of enthusiasm from Dabo, of course, that's his nature, and lots of enthusiasm about this football team.
Yeah, it has to be, because when you look at all the things that they've been able to do the last couple of years, he has to be excited, but he knows there's more for them to do. And to win 11 games, to beat LSU in a bowl game, they have to be excited about where they ended.
And you have to be excited about this gorgeous weather, too, that we're going to have. Now, spring games, if you've never seen one of these before, they're decidedly different in many, many ways. You're not going to have special teams the way you're used to seeing them. The coach may decide to create a situation just to get a certain look, particularly on special teams. You're not going to have traditional kickoff returns. For example, like this.
Yeah.
Sammy Watkins is by himself. Now, I like his chances of returning this.
I do also, and I think the one thing you don't want to do is there's so many collisions when you have the return units on the field. They want to just give the guys an ability to kick the ball off and stay on the field.
And also they want to blow off that cannon, too. And a good kickoff, Sammy will go ahead and take the touchback, and that will be at the 25-yard line. All right, so here we go. We're not going to have kickoff returns, no punt returns, only a fair catch. They'll run the clock nonstop in the second half. The quarterbacks are going to be wearing purple jerseys. You can't hit them. You can't touch them. And a two-step rush only on field goals and extra points. And actually, I'm curious to see who the first quarterback is going to be, and it's not going to be Taj Boyd. We're going to get a look at Cole Stout, the junior from Dublin, Ohio. And that tells me we may not see Boyd at all today, as the first running play doesn't go very far.
So Cole is going to start with the
white
team.
offense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and the thing that they got us with were the jerseys. They threw purple in the mix.
Yeah, that's right. Boyd is on. This is the orange and white game, so Boyd is on the orange sideline right now. A tentative start, and this is an interest for the run game, and this is an issue. We talked quite a bit in the open about the passing game with Boyd and with Watkins, and we have an injury on the field as well at the 25-yard line.
And I was going to say before this play happened, and I hope Kalen Davis, I think, is down, Chester, South Carolina. sometimes when you try to pull back in football, that tends to be when people get hurt. You know, it didn't look like they came off with a lot of intensity, and I hope it's, you know, nothing serious.
Left leg being looked at. Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I kind of got the same impression that those first two plays were very basic run plays, and the defense swarmed underneath them and was able to completely stop the play. 67 and White is who we're looking for here.
Well, he's pulling, guard coming around, and then you can see getting rolled up. Yeah, and that's, you know, there's nothing he can do about that, and that's what happens. Those big guys inside always trying to move those legs and keep moving.
Good hand from many people. I'm not sure what the final attendance is going to be, but Clemson's fourth 11-win season in school history. They've gone back-to-back with 10+, 11th in the final AP poll. They had the school record for wins in the ACC, and their offense was zany last year.
They go at a high tempo. They want to get faster. But the one thing they've talked about this year is being more physical, especially in the run game.
So Davis limping off the field, not needing any extra help. So that's one bit of good news. And now they'll go with an empty backfield. Remember, no contact on the quarterback, but certainly contact everywhere else. And the Orange defense holds there. Only 4 yards total offense. The catch made by Stanton Seckinger, a tight end sophomore from Isle of Palms, South Carolina.
And what you're going to see a lot of, too, is getting guys that'll play. You know, Steckinger played quite a bit last year, had four receptions. And the defense is going to come up. The one area that they want to improve on is making plays on the back end. They feel like their front on both of these teams are very good, but they really want to improve on the back end of their defense.
Again, there will be no punt returns, so this is just going to be a fair catch, or they'll let the ball roll to a stop. And a heads over heels punt that's going to go out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. And now there's going to be some rule changes this year, and one in particular could have a dramatic impact on games. We're watching the ACC this year using an 8th official because there are so much concern about safety. The second rule and the third rule, Charles, are the ones that everyone's going to talk about, particularly the mandatory ejection for any players penalized for these fouls.
Yeah, those are key because you can look at the fact that you can get ejected, but the replay official can overturn the objection, but he can't overturn the penalty. Right,
the penalty will always stand, and it is going to be Kelly starting a quarterback, not Taj Boyd. So again, Boyd may get the game off. We'll tell you more about the story here as taking off. Now remember, you can't really hit the quarterback, so when Chad Kelly, the nephew of former University of Miami great Jim Kelly, is down at the 35-yard line.
We have a 9th official on the field.
Yes, Dabo Sweeney.
Dabo Sweeney, because you're going to see Spencer Shuey come up and you thud. Usually this is form. He knows I can't really hit him. I can just touch him. Kelly makes a nice little move. Dabo Sweeney says, no, my man, you got to come back here.
Yeah, that's really taking advantage of the no hitting the quarterback. Kelly completes his first throw out to the 41-42-yard line. Catch made by Ogundiko, or excuse me, not Ogundiko, but Martavis Bryant, 6'5", 200-pound junior from Calhoun Falls, South Carolina. There's Dabo. Yes, coaches run. By the way, this is one time a coach can overrule an official on the field.
Hey, he's the only coach on the field, so he's the 9th official, as far as I'm concerned.
This will be the one time, and one time only. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the Clemson rushing attack. This is one area of their offense where they really don't have any experience returning.
Well, when you lose a guy like Andre Ellington, you know, I know DJ Howard, Darrell Smith, the fullback, you have Rod McDowell, Zach Brooks. Not a good player, so they're thinking they're going to have to go by committee because this offense is predicated on power running game and opening it up when they have to, but they really want to run the football effectively.
We know they can throw it. Sharon Peaks with the grab there, junior from Moore, South Carolina. And a first down for the Orange offense. It's orange versus white, and the quarterbacks in purple mean you can't hit them.
You know, the other thing, Dave, you mentioned the running game. They really want to be able to run effectively downhill, and they've done a lot of things in the spring to really work on that. Just like that, you want to see guys hit the hole, and DJ Howard, they think, has that ability.
You see the numbers on Clemson's offense last season. That red zone scoring, by the way, does include field goals. It isn't all touchdowns. If you get 95% touchdowns in the red zone, you're a national champion. But that was a nice looking run there, a hole that popped open.
Part of the running game is predicated on them being able to block effectively. Now, that's one of those plays that you get off the running game. You fake inside to DJ Howard, and then you just roll out, find your receiver.
And Clemson's had some outstanding tight ends come through this place the last several years, too.
Dwayne Allen, Brandon Ford, they've had guys that can really make plays at the tight end position. Jordan Leggett, we may look for him, number 16. They expect big things out of the freshman out of Florida.
Because everybody goes to Florida for talent these days, it seems.
Or Texas.
Yep. Kelly going to go for it all right here. And overthrew.
But Dave, you bring up a great point. You know one area that Tom Rugenbill and I talk about this a lot. The Carolinas, how well they have become. And South Carolina in particular has always had talent. But even North Carolina now, you can see a lot of this team, Kelly there with a little bit too strong of a throw. Martavius Bryant is a big play guy. They want to get him down the field. Averaged 30.5 yards a catch last year.
And they go back to that tight end, bumped out of bounds at around the 27-yard line, but it'll be another first down for the Orange team.
He went right to the sideline. He grabbed his knee.
Man, that is the second player with an injury in this game. And we don't have news yet on the first injury to Kalon Davis, and I didn't get a good look live as to what could have happened.
Sam Cooper just got hit from behind and went down funny. Came down awkwardly.
Kelly will keep the football as they go right back to playing, and we'll try to keep an eye on Cooper as they treat him.
So one thing you don't want as a coach.
Well,
you'll take anything, but the one thing you cannot have and you don't want to have are injuries in spring games.
Yeah, you don't want to be the trainer to head up to the head coach in April to tell you you've lost somebody for the season. Kelly, nice footwork there. That pass caught and down right at the mark.
Kelly and Cole Stout are in a real big battle for that second position behind Taj Boyd. And, you know, Boyd goes out and works with George Whitfield, and the one thing they work on is footwork and get moving around in the pocket. Kelly went out with them also this past spring, and they're going to do that again after spring ball. They really want to get some work. Went to the wrong side that time, but nice throw.
And here's your first touchdown of the game. So Kelly with the read and a catch made by Peak for the TD.
This is a staple in this offense where you fake the ball, but it was faked to the wrong side. That still holds those linebackers and the middle of the field. Kelly with the nice throw. He fakes. Running back either goes the wrong way or he fakes the wrong way, but Sharon Peak on the backside, when he turns around, he's able to just, Kelly can see it, knows no one is in the middle of that field right there. He's able to throw it right between Jadar Johnson and Travis Blanks. Nice throw. Nice drive by Kelly on that particular drive right there.
BAT is up and good, and that's an area where the Tigers don't have a lot to worry about in their kicking game. With Catanzaro back, he'll be certainly one of the best kickers in the nation this year, having gone 18 of 19, including the game winner in that Chick-fil-A Bowl over LSU.
There's a lot of talk about, you know, I think they lost to South Carolina and then I think that game helped them get prepared for LSU. They had a long prep time, and also what happened to them the year before when they had to play, and they didn't play well at all against West Virginia. To win that ball game at the end,
that was tough to watch. Well, we talk about this being one of the finest home fields in college football. It's actually, to me, one of these places that's road trip worthy. If you're one of those kinds of fans who likes to go to great places to watch a game, I do highly recommend being here. And this place is already half full. This is a game it's a scrimmage, but they are here to root on their Tigers. You see what they do in attendance here, and of course,